Now, I want to talk a little bit about before the Ultimate Fighter 31 opportunity at the beginning of 2023. What was your game plan for the year? Did you think that this show was going to be part of it? Like, how did this all come about for you?
Um, I actually just heard that they were gonna bring it back, and it was gonna be 35 and 55. I had big plans for the year. I was trying to stack up the wins quick and just get right back in there because after my contender fight, I was told get a couple wins and you're getting plugged right in. So that's literally what I did. Right after contender series, I had a sour taste in my mouth and I didn't want to sit on it. So I took a short notice fight against a pretty solid opponent on a I think it was like 3 weeks after the contender fight. Like I heard about it right after the contender fight, and I took that, beat his ass, and moved on. And then I was trying to get another one in December, but it fell through. So then by January, I was like, man, one more and I'm in there. Let's go. And then this came up. So obviously, I was ready for this. One of my teammates was actually supposed to be on it with me, but you know how there was all that talk about how, oh, Connor showed up with some of his people and
Mhm.
some people got booted. Kenny was supposed to be that guy that was on the show. But,
Interesting.
things worked out the way they worked out. He signed with everybody's happy. We're good to go.
Now, on sort of a broader sense, just a softball question almost. When you think about your time in the house and on the season, what was one of your favorite moments? And obviously, if it's something that hasn't happened, it's coming later down the line, all well and good. But what was the one thing where you walked away from this experience and you were like, man, that was my favorite experience that I had?
Man, there's so much that happened after my fight that I can't really speak on much yet. But I think
Yeah.
like up until my fight or up until Aaron's fight, a big one would probably have to be probably like 2 days before my fight. I was one of the last ones out of the gym, and I was walking into the locker room and I was chopping it up with Connor, and he told me, he's like, man, I really think you're about to be a world champion one day. Like I see gold in your future, and I think you're gonna go real far. And I think that moment for me was huge. I hadn't even put my mic on. There was no camera there, so I knew it was something genuine. He really meant it, and he was really telling me from the heart. So it was pretty cool. It was a cool moment. And aside from that, I think another thing they didn't show was me and Cody actually talking for like a good while. We would all journal. A lot of us would journal, and me
Yeah.
and him were journaling next to each other literally the night before our fight, and we talked for like at least an hour, just chopping it up about everything. Him and I would talk a lot in the house. So obviously it sucked that we got matched up so early on, but I told him from the beginning that it is what it is.
It's fight game.
Yeah.